AMA Survival Week. This morning, how to avoid a boating disaster. There are thousands of accidents on the water every year, and with some boats going well over 100 miles an hour, things go wrong very quickly. Here's ABC's Matt Gutman.
Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. 7 people on a boat. A seemingly perfect day on the water. But as experienced boaters know all too well, things can change in an instant.
We were doing around 89, 90 miles an hour right before we wrecked.
Brett Tintera wasn't supposed to be there that day. He was just hitching a ride. That's him in the back right. He mounted a GoPro that caught the horrific scene.
The fact the boat didn't flip multiple times is still amazing.
That's me, going even faster than the boat on the lake. Speeds in excess of 100 miles an hour. But my captains out on the water in Miami are pros.
Hey, I'm Matt.
Brad Schoenwald from Performance Boat School and Larry Goldman from Extreme Power Boats in Miami will teach me how to safely operate a boat out on the water. A skill that, believe it or not, is actually optional.
So to operate a boat like this, you don't actually have to go out and get what we would think is a driver's license.
It's not required to run a boat like this.
According to the Coast Guard, in 2014, there were 4,064 accidents that resulted in 610 deaths and nearly 2,700 injuries from recreational boating. And according to Schoenwald, that's mostly because people are not trained properly. Specifically about the angle of the nose of the boat in the water.
What happens if the nose is too high?
The boat will leave the wave or leave the wake. It'll fly through the air, and because all the weight's in the back of the boat boat lands first, which you don't want it to do.
Larry puts me behind the wheel of this 46-foot catamaran. We're flying at 130 miles an hour. Larry says this requires something elemental, concentration.
You need to pay attention because you're traveling a football field very quickly. So you need to be aware of your markers and your surroundings and your fellow boaters.
The third tool Larry and Brad teach is to expect the unexpected. Wear a life jacket, but also many high-performance boats have a kill switch.
So if the boat becomes out of control because the operator failed to do something correctly, throws you out of the boat, this will come along and it'll kill the engines.
A kill switch is likely what saved this operator's life in this crash when he was thrown from his boat. Simple tips to keep in mind that can make the difference between a pleasant day on the water and something very different. For Good Morning America, Matt Gutman, ABC News, Miami.
That looks painful.
My neck hurts just watching that.
Yeah, and they didn't have a life vest, so everybody make sure you wear your life vest as well. And keep in mind that on the water there are often no speed limits and people can go as fast as they want. And that's another reason why it's so important to know how to operate a boat safely.